Only anything that has a beginning must have an end, and the Premiership is coming to an end on Sunday. Arsenal fans, will they cry or will they smile at the end of the day? Maven, how are you?
Good evening, everyone. Nice to be here again.
Oluwaseun, welcome.
Yeah, it's nice to be here again.
Yes, and to the Arsenal fans all over the world, you were making noise, but Manchester City played their outstanding game and they won. Now the elephants are falling from the tree down to the ground again. And definitely, Manchester City is winning the league. Maven, yeah?
Well, it's been a very thrilling journey, honestly. And as much as it's looking like Manchester City is going to, they have, like I told someone, they have both hands on the cup now. All it remains for them is to lift it up. Because the possibility of Arsenal, of everything crumbling on the final day is so slim. I think since Arsenal did not maximize the opportunity of Aston Villa, because I felt that could have been the turning point where Arsenal would have cemented the first position. But then there was hope that Tottenham could make something out of it. And since that did not happen, I don't see West Ham going to Etihad to do what Tottenham could not do. But it's football, anything can happen. So there's still that slight glimmer of hope. But then for Arsenal personally, I think we've really tried this season. I was looking at a chart that shows the distance between us and Manchester City over the past number of years. And every year it's been reducing. And this year it's just 2 points. So who knows? Maybe next season will be better. But then it's been a good run for Arsenal personally. It could have been better, but honestly, Arsenal has improved against their previous records. So I think I can drink to that. Yeah.
Of course, they always find the consolation words to console themselves after losing the league.
But you tried like 5 times. You were only able to get the league once. I've only tried twice.
I got it either ways. For you, if someone was giving birth to 20 years ago, the person is going to be 20 without witnessing Arsenal lifting the league.
If my memory serves me well, Oluwaseun, Liverpool have only won it once since the EPL began. You are talking like you won it several times.
But a person born 20 years ago will have seen Liverpool lift the trophy and Champions League, by the way, which Arsenal has done.
20 years ago. Some of us saw Arsenal lift the league. So it's it doesn't count. The thing is, you've only won it once. I've won it thrice. So
congratulations. And the overall trophy is how many?
Overall trophy of what? You mean the club?
Yes, club, Premiership, everything combined.
Major trophies are like 38 if I remember very well.
Wow, yeah? 38.
Major trophies. All trophies are like close to 50.
Good for you. Aston Villa is ahead of you. But anyway,
no. Only Manchester United and Liverpool are. Please.
Aston Villa has a Champions League. I hope you know.
They should use it to. It's not up to the number of trophies that we have. Yes. So does it mean Nottingham Forest has more trophies than me because they won Champions League before? No.
But anyway, Oluwaseun, what do you think? Manchester City.
I just wanted you guys to keep fighting yourself. So I didn't want to.
You don't have any problem.
I don't want to intervene. Yeah, but just like what Maven said, Arsenal should hold themselves in high esteem for what they have done this season. And it has been a remarkable run for them right from last season, when they started competing for the title. And going into this season, they were able to get some new signings that actually added depth to their squad. And it has been an interesting run. And I know people feel like the league is done, but I don't think so. While I prefer Man City to win the league, I still feel like Man City has to win West Ham, which is not going to be an easy game. So until it is done, and that's why I've been avoiding trying to banter Arsenal at this point, because until it is done, it is not yet over. So I think I saw a tweet on X some times ago a lady, an Arsenal fan, that talked about dreaming, seeing Gabriel score the last minute goal, and West Ham winning at Etihad Stadium. So there's so many of those things that are coming up. Hopefully, our dream will become a mirage. That's what I'm praying for. Yeah, but but what is happening? Like Maven said, football can be funny sometimes, and so until Man City actually win it, until they win West Ham, the league is not done. So let's keep fingers crossed. Yeah.
So Maven, weekend, Arsenal Everton. Are you sure you're going to beat Everton? Because people are saying that Pickford is going to be like ultimate Dida and Buffon.
Honestly, last games of the season always come with surprises. I will not even remove that fact. So I'm not expecting an easy game against Everton. Everton is not concerned with our league chase, so they are not liable to give us a free pass. Even if they are, they won't make it easy for us, and they have some good players in the squad also. So I'm not expecting an easy game. The only thing is that Arsenal has to win whichever way, because we must ensure that if anything will happen at Etihad, we should not be the reason why it will be cancelled by our own draw or loss. So a win is a must. Even if it will not count at the end of the day, we must grind out a result. And I believe that that is what Arteta is cooking with the boys.
Oluwaseun, don't you think that the pressure will be too much for Arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, they have never been in this kind of position. Yeah, I don't think they've ever waited till since I started watching the English Premier League. I don't think Arsenal Football Club as an institution has ever waited to the last day of the season to win a particular league title. So, and these boys are just at this position at this point. Man City, on the other hand, have had this kind of experience against Manchester United at some point, even though some of these new guys were not there, and it was not Pep that was at the ends of our affair. Then I think Pep at some point against Liverpool, they had to wait till the last game of the season. So, and that's why I feel like some of these guys have the experience to grind out that result. They still have Rodri. Rodri can still remember the goal he scored. I think it was the one that scored the second goal, the equalizing goal against Aston Villa, before Gundogan scored the winning goal. So they have been in this position. They know how this kind of pressure. They've handled this kind of pressure, and it's gonna be the same for them against West Ham. They just have to avoid drawing that game. They just have to win by all because of the superior goal difference from Arsenal. Like I was saying earlier, about Arsenal. Arsenal as a club has never been in that situation. I don't know what's gonna happen. Whether they are gonna buck under the pressure or if they are gonna continue to impress at that point in time. So let's see what's going to happen on Sunday. But I don't think as Everton game will be an easy game for them, as people already predicted, because whatever you are seeing on social media will be, West Ham do the job for us, West Ham do the job for us. But people are not asking how are they going to fare against Everton. Yeah. So
I'm talking about West Ham game. I really don't believe West Ham can do anything at the Etihad, because West Ham has not really been in the good form for a very long time compared to Everton, because Sean Dyche this season has tried with Everton, even with everything they've had going on in the club, with deduction, no money to buy players and things like that. So what do you think is going to happen in the game, West Ham, Man City?
Yeah, I mean, we expect a win from Man City, but we've been saying, since we started this episode, football upsets can be very unpredictable. It can happen to anybody. Yeah, but I still feel like Man City is going to win the game. But until it is done, it's not over. So, yeah.
And Chelsea, your team, people are saying that Enzo is the downfall of Chelsea. Since he got injured, Chelsea have been playing well with the double pivot of Gallagher and Caicedo. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easy to isolate, a player and try to make a start from that. And a lot of times people don't look at the big picture. Enzo has been playing with an hernia injury for a very long time. And at the same time, some of the players that are now available, coinciding with our good form, were not available when Enzo, was still playing actively before he left. For example, Noni Madueke is playing very well right now. Modric at some point, even though I would say an average performance at best. But some of these players are back. Malo Gusto is back, and they are playing at their high level. And that's the problem that actually affected our season: injuries. And I don't know, maybe that's what changed the perception of Pochettino to every game. Because when I watched the preseason, and the way he set up the preseason was different from the way he started the whole season. He was using Gallagher in the pivot when Nkuku was playing as a 10. Then Palmer was not part of the preseason. Casedo was not even part of this preseason. But since he moved back to that traditional way of playing Gallagher, as a pivot with whoever is the DM. But right now, fortunately for Casedo, who is the DM, he has been flourishing, and Palmer has been playing very well. He could move from the middle to the flanks, and he could just move around the whole attack, and which has really made him to blossom very well. Unlike when Gallagher was forced to play as as an attacking midfielder or as a left winger, which has not worked all season long. So a lot of things have happened, and I think people are just isolating that situation. Whether it was Enzo that is causing that, I don't know, but until we see the big picture. So, but one of the things I noticed that are going to happen is, Pochettino is going to have an headache in terms of how he's going to set up the team when all the players are fit. Yeah.
A good one or a bad one, who knows?
Yeah, it could be a bad one, yeah. But I pray it's a good one, yeah. Because at this point, I think we are finding our rhythm, and I wish that can continue so that we can go back to, and just get the league away from Man City. I don't know. You guys are not trying. Liverpool and Arsenal. We need a new contender.
Yeah, and to Manchester United, the the water pouring in Old Trafford. but that's by the way. But seriously, Manchester United next season, they need to sell like 10 players, even to dream of being in the top 4. Maybe.
Sure, a lot of deadwood players have to go. I think they have to let players that are on loan go also. Personally, I think a person like Martial has done all he can for Manchester United. There is no magic coming from him again. So personally, he has spent too much time in Manchester United, in my opinion. He should go. And other players also. I think new players like Ahmad and Kobe Mainu are going to be a breath of fresh air to the team, and they have the ability to grow into becoming the next set of superstars for Manchester United. They have some good quality in the defense also. I think if I remember, Tuanzebe and there's one other person I can't remember.
Something.
Yeah, they have them. So I think Manchester United should not be in a hurry to come back to contention. I think it should be more about building culture. Why are you guys laughing? Because these things take time. I think part of the problem they had is that they kept looking for shortcuts to get back to contention. And these days, if it's not there, it's not there. Some of these players didn't know the kind of culture that players like Wayne Rooney and co had to operate with. The level of the standards they were held to, the kind of character that they created around themselves to make sure that they were able to win games. So some of them just see the shirt, they see the ambience of this atmosphere at Old Trafford, and they can't really relate to the story of how everything has been in the past. So I think part of it is also rebuilding the culture in the team. And those old players will not cut it. People like Rashford are already too old to bend into that new mode. I'm not saying they should sell him. I don't think they want to. But then a lot of people have to go. I can't even remember names now. Lots of them have to go. Okay, Anthony needs to go. I'm sorry, but that is the person that if I'm Manchester United coach today, I'm selling Anthony tomorrow. I don't know why, but a lot of people need to leave. I don't think it befits the prestige that is attached to the number 7 position in Manchester United. Anthony does not fit that mold at all, and a lot of other people have to go. Yeah.
Even Ahmad, 2 games, the same stats as Anthony, who had played almost 27 games.
Exactly.
So sad. And Liverpool, someone is coming in to slot in easily. Yes, Oluwaseun.
I don't think he's going to slot in easily. He's going to face a lot of issues, coming to a new league. And most times, I think you just have to put Dutch managers on fraud list when they come around. ETH was one. Who else was one? There was this guy that was the manager of Crystal Palace at some point. And he didn't win one game before he was asked to leave. Van Gaal was there. Van Gaal won an FA Cup anyway.
Ronald Koeman was decent when he was around.
Yeah, Ronald Koeman was decent when he was here. ETH won. Was it Carabao Cup last season? Or was it, Carabao Cup? But you can still see that it took them some time to slot in, and Liverpool will be in a transition at that point in time, and so whether I don't think he's going to slot in just seamlessly like that. It's going to take time. Yeah, you guys have to rebuild your team. Sell some players, bring in new faces, and so that you guys. I'm sure he's going to do that. And the first problem they're going to have is trying to get some of the players from Feyenoord to his team, which is going to affect some of those things, that has been happening with Liverpool. The same thing happened with ETH, bringing Anthony, because I couldn't explain Anthony's signing. I watched his clip. What's it called? His clip, sorry. I watched his clip when he was in Ajax. I mean, there was nothing exceptional about this guy except the fact that he could do 360 and dribble people around. I'm just being sincere. It's the same thing with Modric too. At some point I was telling Chelsea fans, I don't know why we are trying to sign a player that was twerking for Arsenal, a player that was, trying to go to Arsenal. We could have just allowed him go to Arsenal, because I look at the stats. Prior to the season that he signed for Chelsea, that was his best season so far, and he had only 6 goals in what's the name of this league? Their league, when you compare that the difficulty in that league to the rest of Europe, you can really deduce something, and that could show in the way he was trying to blend into the Premier League. He has been having a lot of issues trying to blend into the Premier League. So if Slot will succeed, he should limit trying. I know he might want to get some of the players that he has been used to in Feyenoord and bring them to Liverpool, but that might not all go well at the end of the day. Yeah.
But I don't think that will happen, because Michael Edwards is back. So they will use more of the same thing they did when they were signing the likes of Van Dijk and Alisson. So I don't think he's going to bring in people from Feyenoord because he wants them to come and play for Liverpool. But overall, who is winning the league?
You mean on Sunday?
Yes.
I want Man City to win the league, but I don't want to see anything, because I don't want Arsenal fans to drag.
Say it now. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I want Man City to win the league. Yeah, that's my. I don't. Arsenal fans will kill us on social media if they win that league.
Allow us to win now. We've tried. It's been 20 years. We are begging, please.
add 10 more years. You can know.
But really, guys, please tell us your comment down there who you want to win the league come Sunday. And most importantly, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. And last game of the season. So we'll see you when we'll come to talk about the review after Manchester City wins the league and Arsenal fans are crying. So from the losing Arsenal fan, Maven, thank you for joining us.
So your game this season is that Manchester City will win the league. When we were all contenders together. Have some shame, bro. Anyway,
They,
nice.
they actually bottled the league. Liverpool bottled the league. Yeah. So yeah.
They won't agree because everything I've been saying about bottling has been about Arsenal. Nobody's talking about it.
Don't mind them. It was Liverpool that bottled the league. Yeah.
They canned
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, thank you for coming.
Bye, everyone. Yeah.
Bye, everyone.